Greetings and welcome back, Divine Infinite Light Beings, Feminine Energy and Masculine Energy. Spirit was giving me a message. I was picking up on the energy that it was some kind of heated discussion, argument, fight about you, Ashe. You could have been picking up on this energy as well, Ashe, just as well as I'm picking up on the energy, Ashe. Or this is your confirmation. But Spirit is saying that, there was a heated fight, discussion, um, argument about you because somebody was inquiring about you. Someone was questioning about you. Something that took place in your life, Ashe, and they were questioning some energies that you know of, they know of, Ashe, that y'all both knew of, Ashe, the third parties. It's more than one party, Ashe. But the energies were questioned, and come to find out, the energy, what came out was a lie, Ashe. And so the energy found out that it was a lie that came out when they asked the question. They asked the question and the energy lied about the question. And so when the other energy found out, the other entity found out that it was a lie because they got the truth, Ashe. They went back and it was a heated discussion about what happened, and why did they lie about what happened to you, and just they were very upset that they chose to lie about the energy, Ashe. They were very upset that they chose to disclose the truth when they knew what the truth was, Ashe. So it didn't turn out well at all. This is yes in the reverse. Whatever happened in the energy of the get together, the gathering, the dinner, Ashe, um, the after school program event, Ashe, at the graduation, Ashe, whatever happened, Ashe, at the family um vacation, whatever happened, it didn't go too well, Ashe, because the truth came out, Ashe, and um yeah. Let go. So let go. Make room for new beginnings. It's on its way. So you had already, whatever happened, Spirit is saying whatever happened, that the truth was finally revealed, Ashe. The truth was finally set free when it came to this energy knowing about what happened to you for real, in real time, in your reality. Spirit said you had already let it go. You had already made room for new beginnings. You had already forgiven. You had already healed. You had already let the trauma be free, Ashe, um from trapping you and keeping you dormant in depression, in anxiety, in victim mentality, woe is me mentality. Yeah, you were per se the wounded warrior, Ashe, but you didn't hold on to the energy of being wounded. You allowed yourself to be healed, and you allowed to you picked yourself up, and you kept on progressing, Ashe. So Spirit said you had already let it go, no matter how long the time had passed, Ashe. But this person, this entity that is just finding out, Ashe, about what happened, is just finding out, Ashe. So that's why it's so that's why the argument got so heated. That's why the argument, it was a deep discussion. It was either a deep discussion, an argument, a fight. Something took place behind the energy of you, of this person, finding out what truly happened to you. And because they just refused to tell the truth, they didn't want to tell the truth, Ashe. And something about you let them know what really happened, and so they had to go back and confront the person that lied to them. Ashe. So if this message is resonating with you, Ashe, you know who you are, and you know who these entities are. These messages are always past, present, and future. Ashe. We rebuke the negative energy that dwells. Um, we rebuke any negative energy that's trying to dwell in my scarred and sacred space. We send it back to the center to which it came from. No negative energy shall dwell in my scarred and sacred space. It is so, so it is, and so shall it be. Ashe. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Ashe. We do not hold on to any negative energy. We release it and we set it free and we send it back to the sender. Ashe. So it is, and it is so. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, so um this person, what happened? This person is just finding out, the truth, because they kept getting they wouldn't take it's like they wouldn't take what they were being told for true. They knew it had to be more than what was being said. Is what Spirit is saying. They knew it had to be more than what Spirit was saying. Ashe, and they were not taking what they were giving. They were not accepting it to be all that it was. Ashe, they knew it had to be more to it. Ashe, when it came to you, like what happened to you. Ashe, they wanted to get deep down into the root of what caused you to say these things, what caused you to move in that moment, what caused you to, pick up and leave, what caused you to quit the job, what caused you to, leave the kids, what caused you to take the kids, what caused you. They want to know what caused you. Ashe, it says, open up your heart and it will help you attract more love. And this is in the reverse. Ashe. So some of these people feel like your heart was closed off because of what happened to you. Ashe. Some of these people feel like your heart was closed off to them, or to whoever trespassed against you. Or this could be them closing their heart off to the person that gave them the false information, because they gave false information. Intuition. So this could be you picking up the intuition. This could be this entity trying to find out about you, picking up red flags about the lies. Ashe. This could be you picking up red flags about the whole situation. It says the red flags you are ignoring now will come back to bite you later. Ashe. So maybe this person, this entity that was trying to find out about you, Ashe, was ignoring the red flags that they knew something really happened to you in your real reality, and they were ignoring their intuition, and now they feel like they had closed their heart off to what was really going on with you. Like they should have did more, they should have said more, they should have acted more on the situation. They feel like their heart was closed, or they feel like the people that were around you, Ashe, that that is telling the lies about what really happened to you, feel like their heart was closed off to what was taking place with you, and they should have did more. Take the messages as they resonate. Like Spirit said, they're always timeless, past, present, and future, but spirit requires for us to remain in the present energy so we can thrive as high as we can and function in a high vibrational energy, Ashe, so we can spread love, Ashe. We can spread peace. We can spread kindness, Ashe. We can have some fucking compassion in this world, because I don't know what the fuck is taking place in 2026, but some people need to fucking rewind and start all over again, because this shit that's going on in 2026 is a fucking disgrace. It truly is. Ashe, Mercury retrograde. We are in Mercury retrograde right now. So this incident could is happening from the time Mercury retrograde start to the time Mercury retrograde end, and we are in Mercury retrograde right now. And somebody could be having some electrical issues. Somebody could be wanting to communicate. Not somebody. Somebody does want to communicate. Somebody is having some electrical issues in this present time. Ashe. Somebody is needing to review everything that's going on with what's taking place in their life. Ashe. Somebody gambled. Somebody gambled your energy and you had to let them go. Ashe. Somebody gambled your energy and you had to let them go. This is probably why you were not in the argument, in the room, in the fight, Ashe, because you had already let these energies go, Ashe, because they had already gambled your energy once before, Ashe. Or somebody you dealing with, you could have let go because they had a lot of addictions and gambling problems, Ashe. These people also too could have addictions and gambling problems, Ashe. Problem with finances and such things as that, right? But we have manifestation landing right on top of no. So whoever was determined to find out about you was trying to manifest what really took place about you, and they did, Ashe. So they could have been dealing with a lower vibrational water sign, Ashe, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, Ashe, trying to find out why their heart was closed to what was really taking place with you, Ashe. And they don't have to be a lower water sign, but or they could just be very much in their emotions, Ashe, over the fact of what really happened to you, Ashe, and what really took place with you and your family, or you and your kids, or you at the job, or you and your love, Ashe, you and your bestie, whatever the situation was for you, Ashe. And dealing with a high vibrational earth sign, Ashe, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, Ashe, or you could just be this energy very much stable, very much grounded, very much in your intuition, Ashe, knowing everything that's taking place already, Ashe, like Spirit said, already have letting go, Ashe, of the energies that gambled your time, your space, your energy, your love, Ashe, your compassion, Ashe. Yeah. And believe me, these people, really aren't receiving the best of luck, is what Spirit is saying. They may portray like, everything is all good on the outside, but within the inside, it's still some heavy burdens that they carry, because they knew what really took place in your reality, Ashe. What they covered up, what they hid, what they gambled, Ashe. So yeah, Spirit is saying this is you very much stable, very much in your high vibrational energy, avoiding the red flags. So this is what kept you out of the room of the argument, or out of the church house at the time that the argument went down, or not at the family reunion when they started to discuss you, or not in you didn't show up at work, the day that all that chaos took place, because you used your intuition and you caught on to the red flags of everything that was going on, is what spirit is saying. And spirit spirit guided you not to be there, Ashe, to back out, to cancel the plans, to renege, Ashe, to refuse the intimacy, especially in, because it Mercury retrograde. You watching your energy, Ashe. You're not trying to give your energy to a lot of people at this time in Mercury retrograde. Maybe you may not know this is what's really taking place, but this is what's taking place. Spirit is um making sure that your energy is um valued at a high price, right? You're not just, it's not cheap. It's not just for everybody to be indulging in. Ashe is what spirit is saying, especially within this Mercury retrograde. And within this Mercury retrograde, somebody is really missing your intimacy, Ashe. But we have a yes in reverse, Ashe. So that is that. Ashe, yeah, they'll be back. It's in the reverse. Sexuality is in reverse, Ashe. So whoever is missing your intimacy, gambled you, Ashe. They gambled you, and you had to let them go, or they let you go, one or the other, Ashe. But the energy, it was a separation, Ashe. So take these messages as they resonate for you. They're coming out all different type of ways, different type of scenarios, because yeah. This could be a love interest. This could be a best friend. This could be a family member. This could be a co-worker, a neighbor, an emulator, or even a stranger, Ashe. But whoever these people are, they won't be back because they gambled you, Ashe, and you let them go long time ago, Ashe. Yeah, you may speak to them here and there, chat, get together every now and then, but it's the energy of not holding on to the past, Ashe. That's why it's in the reverse, because the addictions, you don't have the same type of addictions, Ashe. Um and they just gambled you. Spirit is saying basically because they just gambled you, Ashe. People could be having these people that you let go, because it's spirit is saying it's more than one energy. It's more than one energy. Remember, in the beginning we got the third party energy. So, but it's like all the energies that spirit just mentioned, it's one of all of these energies. Like, it's a neighbor, it's a co-worker, it's a friend, it's a ex-lover, it's all these energies, and it could be several of the energies in different entities, because you've had several different encounters in your life, right? And what is that? I'm getting encounters of the third kind. Is that what that was called? That spaceship movie. So I'm picking up, like, people view you as some kind of alien, some kind of person out of this world. In encounters of the encounters of the third. That was some kind. I don't. I'm not saying it. I'm not. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Um, but it was an alien movie, right? They were invaded by the aliens, right? So some of these people feel like they were invaded by you, like you just some kind of species from out of this world, right? Pets. So these people could have pets, Ashe. Um, these people could have pets. Um, somebody could need a pet. Somebody could need to love on their pet more. These people could have pets and really don't love on their pets. I don't know, but pets have showed up. You could have a pet totem animal, your guardian angel pet trying to talk to you in this present moment. Ashe, take the messages as they resonate for you. Um, Caution. Yeah, but you see, you weren't in this room with this argument, with these fights. It was very passionate, Ashe. It was very heated, Ashe. We got Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, right? It was very passionate. It was very heated because somebody was compassionate about what happened to you, and somebody was had didn't have too much compassion on what happened to you. That's why they lied and tried to cover up the situation. Ashe. And so whoever this is, with the sexuality in reverse, Ashe, they're trying to manifest you back. Ashe. So that is side piece message. That is a love message. They're trying to come up out of the energy of um feeling like they're not worthy enough because it says no in the reverse. So they're trying to come up out of that energy of feeling like they're not worthy enough to manifest you because they have figured out that you are what they want, Ashe. That is in the midst of all this other chaos around you. Well, this is you in this intuition. This is a divine counterpart, Ashe. This is the chaos. So yeah, it's a lot going on. Okay, Spirit. Tell us who's receiving bad luck in this time, right? Like, why are they receiving bad luck? Who's receiving bad luck in this time? I share with this ladybug. So, you could know somebody named Ladybug. Ashe. You could be into ladybugs. Ashe. You could drive a bug, like a Volkswagen bug. Is it a Volkswagen bug? You could drive a Volkswagen, or you could drive a bug. I don't know if that is the same thing, but yeah. Um, these people that you could know these people, these entities of that nature or that drive that type of car. Ashe. Um, but yeah. These people are in the energy of procrastinating and going through obstacles and delays right now, Ashe, because you let them go with this Four of Swords, Ashe. They're getting some inner truth. So didn't Spirit say this divine counterpart is feeling like they're worthy enough now? So they're getting the inner truth that you are supposed to be some type of divine counterpart in their life, soulmate. Um, yeah. So they were, yeah. So whoever this was that didn't open their heart when it came to you, they didn't open their heart when it came to you, even though they knew you were supportive, even though they knew that you were a nurturer. You didn't deserve whatever type of treatment that was given to you, whether you're a feminine energy or a masculine energy. That made you let go, walk away, right? Because everybody was gambling the fuck out of your energy. Everybody was abusing the fuck out of your energy. Everybody was taking advantage of your energy wherever it was, whether it was in church, whether it was at the family gathering, whether it was with your divine counterpart or your husband, your wife, your baby daddy, your baby mama, Ashe, at the job, Ashe, in the community, wherever it was, you had to leave this energy, because this energy was not um opening their heart to what was taking place in your life, Ashe, the truth of the reality. And that's why they was lying about to the other entity, whether it was your mother, whether it was your father, whether it was your friend, Ashe, whether it was your lover, Ashe, or your children, your boss, your co-worker, whoever it was that this third party was lying to, Ashe, about what really happened to you, Ashe. um you had to leave it all, Ashe, because they were acting like they didn't know what the fuck happened to you over time. They was acting like that they didn't know what happened to you over time, when they really knew what the fuck went down in your reality and what you had to go through, and all the trauma and the pain that you ingested from the situation, Ashe, whatever situation it is for you, Ashe. They knew, but they acted like they didn't know, because that's why they were lying about the situation, Ashe. And this is why this other entity had to go so deep into finding out the truth as to why you really, just took a rest and released yourself from you know those energies, right? Give us, okay. Yeah. You had to stand in your truth. You had to stand in your strength, Ashe. You had to take your courage, Ashe. Yeah. Clarify this Four of Swords. Why is this Four of Swords? Why did the collective just have to just say fuck it and take a rest, Ashe? Recenter themselves, Ashe. Heal themselves, Ashe. Forgive the trauma, Ashe. Just because they have to be the bigger person, Ashe. Just renew and revive themselves, Ashe. Why is this Four of Swords here? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, because these people juggled you, and they knew that they were juggling in energy. They knew that they was lying when they were gambling the energy, Ashe. They knew why you had to let them go, and they know why they can never come back the way they were in the past, Ashe. Yeah, they may come back, hi, bye, what's up, cuz, how you doing, cuz, still love you, cuz, that type shit energy. But they can never have you back the way they had you in the past when they were juggling you, Ashe. And they regret this shit, Ashe. They regret it, because they got some inner clarity about who you really are, Ashe, and about how they lied and tried to cover up them not helping you, them not supporting you, them not being there for you, them watching you go through turmoil and pain, Ashe. Them not taking care of your children the way they should have, them not being the supportive husband or the wife that they should have, Ashe. Them bringing their own completion to the fucking relationship, Ashe. They did this to themselves, Ashe. They did this to themselves, and you just got inner alignment by you walking away, Ashe. You started new shit, right? You got even a new you found love for yourself with that Two of Cups. You found love for yourself, Ashe. Because these people weren't giving back to you. They weren't given to you as you were given to them, Ashe. And they didn't have to even come clean, Ashe. They didn't have to come clean, and they knew that they were being unfair to you, Ashe. They knew that they were being unfair to you, Ashe. They knew that they were holding back. They were being greedy, Ashe. Whoever these people are, Ashe. What is that? They were being greedy with your time, your energy, Ashe. Yeah, and you had to let these people go. Look. What is going on here? People from your past. With this, people stuck. People don't see it as an illusion anymore, right? You stable. People from your past still trying to hold on to you, right? Feeling like they lost the opportunity with you with this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Ashe, you have let these people go, right? These people are still living in the past, Ashe, right? They missing this love that they once had with you, this celebration. This is another reason why you weren't there, Ashe. You weren't meant to be there, Ashe. They thought you were going to be there. They thought you were going to show up at their wedding. They thought you were going to show up at the engagement party. They thought that, you were going to be at the mother's usher board. I mean, the usher board on Sunday with the mothers. And, something they thought that you were going to be there, Ashe. But Spirit, kept you, um, um, Spirit kept confirmation. Spirit kept you where you were. Just you didn't go. Ashe, they feel like they lost the opportunity, right? A lot of these people are in despair, and a lot of these people feel insecure when it comes to you, because you are a very stable energy. You're a very emotional energy, Ashe. This is family as well, Ashe. Broken dreams, right? Ashe, like broken, the family is broke up because of this, Ashe, because you walked away, Ashe, or because you disconnected, Ashe, because you chose to leave these people behind, Ashe. Some of these people don't even have to be family, but they felt like you are family, Ashe. Now these people are stuck, Ashe, as you are in alignment, Ashe, and now they're having different personal views about you, Ashe. Um, some of these people that are even finding out the truth are having different personal views about you, right? About your personal transformation, right? How long you've been working on your personal transformation, and as to why you decided to go through this personal transformation. Ashe, because they're finding out the truth of your reality is what it is. They're getting it was like, for some of these people it's been years upon years upon years. For some of these people it's been a week, right? It's been 4 months, right? But they're finding out, and it's like they weren't going to rest until they found out the truth of what was going on, right? Because it was a lot of disharmony that um they were feeling on the inside about what took place with you, Ashe. It was misalignment of values, that they know that they were missing um some kind of detail that really took place that was not being displayed. It was not being told. It was not being revealed. It was being hidden. It was a secret, Ashe. And they wanted to know the secret, right? The disharmony, the disalignment, here it is again, of what really happened to you, Ashe. They wanted people to come clean. They wanted people to confess of what really took place with you in your world, Ashe. What happened to you, Ashe? They were getting down to the depths of what happened to you, Ashe. And this is what caused the argument, the heated, the moment, the disagreement, the truth to really come out, Ashe. The truth to really come out, Ashe. Um, they know that these people had no passion for you, Ashe. It was unfairness of what really happened to you. This is why you are so cautious when it comes to dealing with these energies now. You just take your caution because you want to keep your grounded energy, right? Your intuition tells you to be cautious when it comes to dealing with these people, because these people have already been unfair to you in your life before. Ashe. Um so you just fall back when it comes to these people. You've already had to leave them, right? So you make sure you don't, you give a little string, and that's it. If you even give the string, right? You have self-discipline when it comes to these people. You have self-discipline. Ashe. So Spirit just wanted you to know that there was a fight that broke out. It got heated. It got ugly. Ashe, because of the lies that were told in the situation. You are a healer, Ashe. So these people are knowing that you are some kind of healer, Ashe. This could have this could have somebody could have been, there was an argument about you being a healer as well, Ashe. Somebody feels your healing energy, and they're trying to let somebody else know that, yeah, she's truly a healer. Yeah, he's truly a healer. Somebody's name could be Janet, Ashe. Ooh. Somebody out there kissing on cousins. Wow. Mm. What's that about? So you better watch out. Um, so so somebody's family member found out that one of your cousins was kissing on you, and it's been a secret. They've been trying to hide it. They've been trying to cover it up. And your family member was like, no, I'm going to get down to the gist of it. I'm going to find out what really happened to my family member as to why they disconnected with these family members, why they had to leave these family members behind, why somebody named Janet, can I talk to you? Can I talk to you? So somebody wants to talk to you, divine infinite light being. Okay, Janet is here. So this is this divine masculine or this divine feminine that is having regrets, Ashe. Knowing that they want to be with you, Ashe. Ooh, my head is getting heavy. Excuse me, y'all. I just got real heavy. So this is heavy on whoever this divine feminine is, this divine masculine. They want to talk to you. They want to talk to you in, Spirit is saying, they are saying in a deep type of way that they want to confess. They want to open up. They want to, oh God, it's hot. They're holding some kind of grief. So they want to, ooh. They're holding some kind of grief on how they treated you in the past, Ashe. Right? So they want to give you a confession, Ashe. You are too good. They want you to know that you was always too good to them, and they didn't deserve it. Somebody's name could be Pat, Ashe, or somebody want to pat you on your back. Somebody's name is Tina, Ashe. But yeah, they're feeling like they didn't deserve the way you were good to them, Ashe. And these could be these other entities, Ashe. Remember, it's 7 different entities with a million different entities behind the 7 different entities. So it's a lot of people here. That's why I feel so fucking heavy, Ashe. Because there's a lot of people in regret on how they handled you. They misgambled you. They used you as an addiction, Ashe. They let addictions get in the way of the love that they should have had for you, Ashe. They should have gave more to you, Ashe. They shouldn't have held back from you, Ashe. And they shouldn't have held the truth of what really took place in your reality from who was trying to figure out the truth about you, Ashe, is what Spirit is saying. It's a lot going on. Your son got stopped by the cops, Ashe. So this is in reverse, Ashe. So, maybe your son is staying out of the way of the cops. Ashe could have been released by the cops. Ashe um could have got arrested for this kissing cousin energy but got released. Ashe, or somebody could have filed charges but the charges didn't stick. Ashe, because it's in the reverse. Healing. We have healer again. Can I talk to you? So whoever this person is knows that you had some kind of healing energy that was helping them out, Ashe, that was nurturing, because remember, you're the queen of pentacles, you're a nurturer, Ashe, the one. So whoever these people are, at the time that they trespassed against you, they didn't realize that you were the one. They didn't realize that you were a divine infinite light being, because remember, that's what it all goes back to, you being a divine infinite light being. And they didn't realize that you were the one, Ashe. You are a healer, Ashe. And this is why, too, you had to let them go, Ashe, and start healing on yourself, Ashe, because, they 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 um they covered up the truth, they lied, they abused you, they gambled, they wasted your time, Ashe. A lot of different things, Ashe, to a healer, and you were sent in their life to heal, Ashe. It says trying to sacrifice you to the dark side. See, they can no longer do this, Ashe. And if your name is Tina, you best believe they can no longer do this. Or Janet, they can no longer do this, Ashe. They can no longer try to sacrifice you to the dark side, Ashe. You have succumbed all of that, Ashe, where energies have tried to sacrifice you over and over and over again. And these energies that lied, they sacrificed you, because they lied. By lying on you was sacrificing you, right? They didn't tell the truth of what really happened to you. They tried to cover it up to save face for someone else, or to save face for themselves. So they sacrificed you, Ashe. No one can no longer lie on you and sacrifice you, Ashe. Whatever way they sacrificed you, Ashe. Fear of the abandonment, Ashe. See, you no longer have a fear of abandonment. That's why you were able to let these people go, Ashe. These people that envied you, Ashe. These people that strung you along and was greedy and possessive, Ashe. These people that kept you in obstacles, Ashe. Trying to hold on to you in the 5D, in your sleep world. So they can no longer do that. They can no longer fuck with you in the 3D, the 5D. You're too protected, Ashe. You're too protected for them to try to come against you, to try to come back in your present. If you are no longer welcoming them in your present, they can no longer try to come back, Ashe. Male co-worker, see you moving up, is jealous. See, we said somebody at work. Here it is there. Whether it's a male co-worker or a feminine co-worker, there is your confirmation there that it, happening at work. This owl, name could be Al, or this could be AI. Ashe, take the messages as they resonate for you. But this dude named Al, or knows that you are a healer, Ashe. Girl fight, Ashe. So girl fight is in reverse. So girl fight. in reverse. So discover yourself. These people thought that you weren't going to discover yourself. And girl fight is in the reverse or guy fight is in the reverse because you were not there. You chose not to be there. Ashe. Spirit made sure that you were not there. So this is why you're receiving the information right now, Ashe, as to what happened when you were not there. Pity party. So somebody was trying to have a pity party with um, the information that truly came out. They were trying to make themselves the victim, Ashe, when you were truly the victim, Ashe. You were truly the one that needed the healing and also healed the situation, Ashe. So this could be the divine counterpart as well, because this is landing on top of the divine counterpart. The divine counterpart no longer wants to be in the energy of a pity party. They can't get to you in your dreams, Ashe, because you're too healed for that, Ashe. So they no longer want to stand in the energy of feeling like the wounded warrior, always acting like trying to blame you for the situation not going not being stable, not being on one accord, not being equally yoked, Ashe. Trying to make it seem like you are always the one that's making the the energy in a discord. They're coming up out of that energy. They don't want to be in this lack energy. They don't want to sabotage the energy. They don't want to fear the connection no longer. They want to tell you the truth. Remember, Spirit said they want to reveal some type of truth. So now they don't want to, just play the victim anymore. I was afraid of your love. There it is right there. Whoever, all these people were afraid of your love, Ashe, because your love was too powerful. Your love was too powerful for these people. These people felt your healing energy, but they didn't understand it. They couldn't comprehend it. They didn't know what the fuck it was. And so they were afraid of it. And some of them abused you. Some of them lied on you. Some of them tried to sacrifice you. Some of them took your love and ran with it. Some of them took your compassion. They took your nurturing. Ashe, they lied on your wisdom. Ashe, it was just a lot of shit. Ashe. It says, you the daddy. Ashe. So, divine infinite light beings, some of y'all are not the daddy. Ashe. So just know that. It says spiritual beliefs. They were scared of your spiritual beliefs or are scared of your spiritual beliefs. It says cowardly dog. Ashe. Cowardly weakling. Ashe. So some of these people thought you were a cowardly weakling. That's why they gambled you. That's why they took advantage of you. And they had to find out the fucking hard way, because this is in reverse, that you were not. Ashe. Yeah. They found out the hard way that you were not. What is this? It says wanted to control, tried to have a stronghold over you. Ashe. So this counterpart, this divine counterpart, wanted to control you. Ashe. They wanted to control divine timing. They wanted to control the situation. They were, the fear, the lack, the sabotaging caused them to want to control the whole situation of this love connection. And Spirit said they were not to be in control. Spirit was to be in control of the energy, the divine timing. Ashe. They needed to heal more as well too, because of some kind of childhood abuse. Childhood abuse. Somebody had some childhood abuse, or somebody abused some child. Ashe. So some healing needed to take place. Ashe. Or this spirit said this is even an adult being abused. Ashe. Because you are what they would call a child of spirit. So yeah. Yeah. Some kind of abuse, whether it was abuse to you, abuse to your child, abuse, or a counterpart being abused. It was some abuse. It says he's going to love you for life. The spirit said put that in the upright. It came out in the crossing. He's going to love you for life. And it just happened to be on. So he or she, whenever the healing has taken place, they come back and they confess. They realize they want to get out of this pity party. They're going to love you for life. Like, they want to love you for life. I'm hearing that. I want to love you for life. And the promise that it... Here goes Mary. It came out in the reverse. In the crossing, just as well as love you for life came out in the crossing. Ashe, time to fight fire with fire. No more nice guys. Right? That's you. Someone needs a revival. Right? These entities. A fraud. They were pretty much very much a fraud. Gotta move back with mama or daddy. So somebody needs to move back with their mama or their daddy, or moving back with a family member or friend. Take the messages as they resonate. Neighbor. Somebody's moving. Somebody has to uproot and move. Ashe, from their stable foundation. Ashe, or this could be an earth sign. Ashe, take back control. So that's in the reverse. They didn't want you to take your control back, Ashe, but that was inevitable. It's a girl, so somebody could be having a baby, but it's going to be a boy because it's a girl. Is in reverse, Ashe. Somebody needs to do some breath work, Ashe. So I'm gonna just leave it there. Yeah, intuition candle, encouragement, joy. Encouragement and joy. So somebody needs to light an orange candle or get into the sun, eat some orange fruit, Ashe, get some encouragement, put some joy into your body, Ashe, because you deserve it. You're divine infinite light being. Somebody needs to do some breath work, Ashe, release that negative energy. Have a revival if you're still holding on to any of this toxic energy, because it's toxic energy. Don't let anybody around you with toxic energy, Ashe. Don't let anybody pull you back into toxic energy, Ashe, especially if you're pregnant, Ashe. These people are having difficulties with your spiritual beliefs. Don't let anyone deny you of your own beliefs and how you believe and how you stand up for yourself and how you heal yourself and how you take accountability for yourself and how you protect yourself. You are divinely guided, securely protected, infinitely provided for, and highly loved by spirit, with a lot of self discipline that people like to come up against you with oppositions, right? But you know, these people have a lack of direction, and you have very much directed yourself in the path that you want to flow down. So continue to flow down that path. Ashe, sending out loving, healing energy your way in this moment, whatever present day it is for you, Ashe. Just know that these people got heated. Some of them went to blows. Some of them had a lot of nasty shit to say. Ashe, but you could feel it. Ashe, you felt it, you heard it, you saw it, something. This is your confirmation. Ashe, Ashe.